Hey folks, welcome back to Biz Talks. In case you're just now tuning in, my name is Rick Gutierrez, your business advocate and your host for this show. We have an amazing guest that is going to be with us and talking about all kinds of great things about how to help business professionals and even individuals in terms of their taxes and all that good stuff. Ms. Nora, welcome to the show. Glad to have you here again.
Thank you so much. I'm really excited to be with you here, Ak.
We're excited to have you. I know that we've got a great conversation about how you help business professionals and business owners and individuals as well in the world of taxes. So tell us a little bit about your business. Tell us exactly what you do. I believe the term is enrolled agent. So elaborate a little bit more as to what you do in helping business owners and individuals with their taxes.
Sure. So I want to talk about the enrolled agent means actually this is a designation you get from the IRS where you have to take three different exams. One about representation. You learn how to represent your clients in front of the IRS offices, all administrative IRS offices across the country. And then another one is business law. Another one is individual law. So basically tax law. So once you pass all three exams, you send the application to the IRS offices and that you are qualified now to be an enrolled agent of every you check all the boxes of being qualified. So that's give you the authority to represent the client on behalf of the IRS. So basically the client, whether it's like business owners, nonprofit or individuals, they just have to do a power of attorney on my name and then I can speak to the IRS representative on their behalf, making decision on their behalf, walk them through any problem they might have with the IRS, especially now like after tax season is over, they actually can get letter from the IRS. When they receive that letter, I want them to not panic and they can actually reach out to me and I can definitely help them. So this is one of the services I offer in my firm. My firm is Nourasbooks. Um, it's tax and accounting firm. Actually, what we do there, part of it like a tax resolution with any tax problem, of course, tax preparation for business, nonprofits, and individuals. Um, we do also bookkeeping, which is like keep the business owner and nonprofit organized to make sure they are ready to file their taxes, they're ready to do their estimated taxes over the year. So they will never hesitate on taking an informed decision because they have their financial already set and an order because they're doing their bookkeeping, hopefully. So we help them with that. We do this monthly. We do cleanup if someone like need to catch up and like enroll in a monthly bookkeeping. We do that. We do CFO services when we take the bookkeeping into another level, do cash flow management that can include compliance because compliance, one of the biggest challenges actually business owners can face. They kind of neglect compliance, and that can actually get them out of business because if you neglect compliance, you're gonna face a lot of bills coming to you that you cannot catch up with eventually. So it's better to take care of that from the beginning. Now, people don't neglect compliance because they want to neglect it, of course, because they are busy with their business, doing their business. They did not start a business to do compliance, which totally understandable. But this is why you always have to have a tax professional on your side to help you keep everything in order. So this is basically what we do. And we have actually coaching program. I have a seven-figure nonprofit mastermind coaching program for nonprofits to help them increase their donor base, to help them maintain and build the capacity of their nonprofit so they can be ready for grants. They can be ready to get major donations so they can build strong, impactful nonprofits. So I have also some courses, so people can go to these courses and through my website, they can go to nourasbooks.com/store, and there's all the courses over there. One thing I'm offering for business owners, totally for free, on May 9th, I will have actually free masterclass. They can register for the free masterclass. It's going to be online, so anyone can register that can help people their uh, maximize their cash flows using tax strategies.
Absolutely. So I'm glad that you touched on the subject about compliance because you are correct. Us business owners, we don't start the business to necessarily and or think about compliance, but it's something that is always in the forefront. It's something that we're always thinking about, but not the first thing that we think about. So my question to you is, and to help other business professionals out there or even individuals, what can we do? What strategies can we put in place to maximize our efforts in being compliant so that your job may be easier?
So tax law is complicated and there's always something new. So as a business owner, most likely if you are alone, you're not going to be able to be up to date. So I suggest you always are in contact with a tax accountant who knows your business, who gets the time to learn your business so they can inform you of everything you need to do. So you can have a plan, something needs to do monthly, something you need to do quarterly. Get the education, basic education you need, just so you know what you have to do. I'm not expecting you to do it yourself because many people actually, when they try to do things themselves, they do it wrong. Then they come to us with a disaster, and now we have to fix it. And it's gonna cost them more time and money just to fix what happened. So it's better from to work with a tax professional from day one all along the year, not only with tax season because that is too late. A lot of compliance, especially with the states, especially when you have employee or if you have sales tax, all of these stuff, you need to be in contact with a tax professional that you work with them like in a monthly basis at least.
So your recommendation is to the business owner or the individual, don't try to do it yourself. Hire a professional, hire an expert that is going to walk you through those challenges, if you would, and or those strategies to help you be more in compliance. I love that, absolutely love it. So I got another question for you because earlier you mentioned that you took 3 exams and to be able to be certified as a enrolled agent. So kudos to you for taking all that education and passing those exams. But one of the things that I absolutely love to ask a tax strategist is, who is your ideal client profile? How can we help you grow your business and put you in front of the right client that absolutely will make a difference in your business, let's say?
So my ideal client, basically service-based business owners who have a consultancy, coaching, and nonprofit organization who are trying to grow their donor base and stay in compliance. So these are two profile of my ideal clients.
Awesome. So ideal client profiles are essential. We need to know who those are, and it looks like you do. But you don't only help businesses, right? You help individuals that could potentially, you mentioned something earlier when we were talking off screen to where people could potentially get a letter in the mail, and what you don't want them to do is what?
So I don't want them to panic. I want them to just take their time and
Right.
connect with a tax professional and then take advice from there, and don't try to just communicate with the IRS right away because I notice like over and over when people actually try to connect with the IRS on their own, they get things more complicated. And if that happens, we might not be able to save the case because like it's very time sensitive. That's the word. Time
Right.
sensitive. So they give you always like 30 days, like you have to get to reply to them, to give them that what they need. And sometimes you would give them like so much information or a very few little information. Sometimes you try to call them on your own, and you get an advice that is not correct advice because not everyone is trained and they shouldn't actually give you a tax advice. So they can't really guide you. So the best thing you do is just like, do not panic, open the letter right away because I know like a lot of us don't open the mail every day. Open the letter right away and just connect with a tax professional and start working with them on that.
Perfect. So if I'm not mistaken, you could also represent them if you were to have a power of attorney at different capacities, right? So can you elaborate a little bit on that?
Sure. So the power of attorney, this is a power of attorney, especially for the IRS. So the first thing I would do, like when I want to work with a client with a tax resolution case, like we do this power of attorney. It's a form with the IRS, like the client fill it up and determine what is actually the things that I'm allowed to discuss on their behalf. It's just like you going to an attorney, like you just want their attorney to represent you, for example, on the divorce case. Same thing here, like only you want for this specific years or for a specific form. And then I'll be able to call the IRS on the client's behalf without clients have to be on the phone. I can just call and discuss any matter, make a decision on behalf of the client that I know because I discussed this before with the clients. I know that they will be okay with. For example, if we are discussing a payment plan, I know the capacity of my client, so I negotiate the best plan for them. Or any issue, like if we want to try to actually remove penalty, sometimes we are able to do that. It depends on the case, so it's case by case. Sometimes we can reduce it, sometimes we can waive it. But it depends on the case. So I can do everything on behalf of the client unless they need to go to the court. This is the only thing. If it's got that bad, like going to the court, then now they need to have an attorney, a tax attorney. But anything away from the court, I can work with the client to solve it.
Perfect. Nora, thank you so much for being on the show today. We definitely do admire your expertise and how you help many people in the world of tax. How can our viewers get in touch with you?
Sure, thank you. So they can go to nourasbooks.com/contact to book a call with me, and I'll be happy to talk to them, and they can attend my free masterclass coming up on May 9. They can always do that.
Fantastic. All right. Thank you once again, Nora, for being on the show. We appreciate your expertise, and we look forward to having you on the show and future shows. All right, folks, that does it for this week's show of Biz Talk. Here with me, Rick Gutierrez, your host and your business advocate. Stay tuned for additional upcoming shows in the upcoming weeks. We look forward to seeing you and being here with you. Until next time, take care of each other.
This has been a Now Media Networks feature presentation. All rights reserved.